Music really reaches emotions. It's a device to express one's innermost thoughts, innermost feelings. I don't know another art form that can transform somebody so greatly.
Carnegie Hall is a standard bearer for music in the United States and really internationally.
We, as in the music school collectively, became aware that there's this Carnegie trip.
There are things that have happened at Carnegie that have changed the fabric of American music.
It was sort of a hush-hush thing at first. I remember Dr. Sedetall sort of mentioning it in passing. I came to realize that the auditions in the fall were going to be really important and very potentially would place us for Carnegie. I definitely took that very seriously.
For a college musician to be able to play on the stage where such unbelievably historical musical happenings have taken place and iconic figures in the music world have performed, it's really one of those lifetime experiences. This trip came about 4 years ago when Mr. Curliano was on campus at MSU and we performed his Circus Maximus. I knew then that the 10th anniversary would be in 2014.
Hey, good to see you up this morning.
I approached him, could we bring the Michigan State Wind Symphony to New York and give its 10th anniversary performance, and he overwhelmingly said yes.
Good morning, Dr. Sedetall.
Hey, how are you?
It's a little early, but I'm excited.
Gang, it's just not, it's not even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It's just not. Can we start, please? I'm not sure what to tell you, except to play more open. One more time. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but make sure that beat 2 is definite. All right? Same. And 1, 2. All right, thank you, thank you.
It's very dark,
Powerful,
evocative,
warm,
sensual,
radiant,
mellow,
intense.
floating.
The saxophone is like a bouquet of flowers in the spring.
I think it's stunning. I'm biased, though. As a child, I was immediately very musical. I was 8 when my mom told me, it's time to pick out an instrument. I just decided on a whim. It was not this preconceived notion that I wanted to be a saxophone superstar. But it was frustrating at first. I was really bad. Very basic things that people could pick up on a saxophone and do, I wasn't able to do. I would honk and I would yell. 6 months into a year, it really just started to click. I really started to enjoy it. Any kid at that age, I think it's really important for them to have some sense of purpose. I had found mine. I didn't feel comfort in the fact that I was in the ensemble in the spring that I would necessarily get in the fall. This was a big deal for me. I was shaking like a leaf for the next 16 hours. Thankfully, results were posted the day after and I was able to breathe a lot easier, and I was elated that I was in the ensemble, and in the back of my mind thinking this might be it for Carnegie. I think it's funny though, because the first thing I always thought of is how many people from home would be saying, make sure you get me tickets to your first performance at Carnegie Hall. I feel very blessed that I am going to have this opportunity as a performer. I think it was in 6th grade. I played just a small Bach piece. My kindergarten teacher came up to me and she had tears in her eyes. And that really meant a lot to me to see that what I could do could connect to other people on a very meaningful level. Towards the end of middle school and into high school, I would wake up really early. I would practice before school, 5 or 6 in the morning. I would sleep in the car on the way to rehearsals. Sometimes I think now, God, how did I do that? How did I do that for 4 years? It was stressful, but I loved it. It was a really, really rewarding time. In my studies, I really wanted to focus on studying with a really excellent saxophone professor because I was so blessed at home with great teachers. This friendly man is standing there, just immediately struck me as very kind. That one lesson that day, I will never forget. He was bouncing around, really vivacious, so much energy, conducting through when I was playing, and I never felt like a better musician up to that point.
Very hopeful song, very hopeful.
It's fun. I think we're all excited to get going.
You know, it hasn't been bad. A lot of us slept on the bus. A lot of us kind of brought homework, a lot of reading. We're somewhere in Ohio.
We're not there yet, that's pretty much all that matters.
It is absolutely beautiful around here and a lot different from our terrain in Michigan, so we really feel like we're getting further away from home.
Everyone's just relaxing. We're probably about a half hour out.
Anytime you drive 7 hours in one day and then try to do a concert that evening, there's going to be a little bit of road fatigue, if you will.
Everyone's finally getting off the bus. Pretty tired so far, but it'll be exciting to rehearse and get going on the concert tonight.
When you're cooped up in a bus especially, it really wears you out. I think that lack of moving and just sitting.
When we got to Penn State, I will tell you the dress rehearsal was not good. People were tired and a little bit unfocused, but we persevered and the concert in the evening was terrific. Last night, we were sharing the stage with Penn State Symphonic Wind Ensemble, and they played before us, and they sounded really good, and which was great for our players to hear because all of a sudden they kind of rose up in their chair and like, okay, we got to bring our A game tonight.
We're in Roxbury, New Jersey, and it's our second day and second concert. We've had 2 sessions of rehearsals. We've been able to pick things back up and do some more detail work. A lot of aspects of it are becoming really ingrained. I find myself with my parts just picking it up, and the technique just falls so easy now because we've just done it so many times. I love the fact that the music still remains refreshing and still remains challenging. There's so many moments where we come to the end of the movements, the songs, and time is just frozen. You know, none of us move. For us, it's become so genuine because the music is so powerful and just like takes you in.
New York, next.
I know we're taking off pretty quickly after the concert and going straight there, but it's 45 miles, but I don't know, with traffic and things like that, it could take a lot longer. Some people that have never been to New York before, they're like, oh yeah, this will be quick, and
We rolled into the city late last night, about 11:30, and I'm certain that people were out on the town immediately, which is what I want them to do.
I'm really grateful to be around my friends and colleagues like 24/7 with this experience, and just to kind of laugh and have fun and be tired. But then also when it comes into rehearsal, you know, we act and perform like professionals. And it's just really cool to kind of evaluate that contrast because it's even more acute than the everyday in and out of rehearsal.
Today is our day of leisure for the Wind Symphony. Students are out and about in the city, seeing everything that they can.
Carnegie is a dream for a lot of musicians.
It's just fantastic to be able to say, I've performed in Carnegie Hall.
Any musician that has the opportunity to perform at Carnegie, it comes with a level of professionalism and prestige.
To have that on your resume, it proves that you've met a certain standard.
I'm not nervous, I'm not anxious. I'm very excited to play, but I wouldn't miss this for anything. I missed the birth of my first son. There's not much more that you can miss. That speaks to the magnitude.
We've chosen to go to Carnegie Hall because of what it represents to the country and the significance it has.
This is truly an opportunity that I've dreamed for a very long time for all my students to be able to play at the highest professional level in the highest professional venue. Carnegie Hall doesn't get much better.
I'm anxious about being in Carnegie. It's not really about me, it's the students. I just know that feeling, particularly when you walk out on stage for the first time.
It was a whole different energy, especially the first few beats, absolutely 100%, like we were all in it. After the first beat, Dr. Sedetol put his hand on his heart, and I even got a little teary-eyed.
And you took us on a ride. You took us on a journey, a musical journey, which is a very special thing. You could just feel it in the audience. We were transcended. I mean, 2 hours to me went just like that.
It is really a truly monumental experience and one that couldn't be undermined. Being there and being young and experiencing that for the first time is kind of a moment of wonderment. We'll remember being on that stage for the rest of our lives.
I don't even have words, really. It was incredible. I'm so happy for the students because that's what it was all about. It was their experience, and it's something that they'll never forget. And it's not just because we were on Carnegie Hall, just because we were in the building. It's about the way they performed, and that we were hearing things tonight that I've never heard before because they were just so inspired to do it.
The downbeat of our concert, there's this unbelievable energy in that moment of music coming together with all of us where there was just complete rightness.